A smashing win for Manchester United against Leicester. Me and Jay are here to go through all of the player ratings, all of our thoughts around everything that went down today at the King Power Stadium. A much needed win on the back of an exceptional week for Manchester United. Jay, are we upbeat, my friend?
Adam, for first time in years, I'm not looking forward to national break. I wish we had a game next Thursday night or next weekend. 7 goals in a week. Who would have thought? Imagine a month ago, Adam, we were bemoaning lack of goals, and now we've had 7 since Thursday. And last week against Arsenal, tipping point game, I said you off air. I think those players since Arsenal last week, there's a new sense of self-belief and team unity. Even Garnacho looks positive. Couldn't be happier tonight, my friend.
I mean, we can't ask for much more, mate, really, can we? A 3-0 win away from home. Players' application today was exactly where it needed to be. It could have been after the Lord Mayor's show. It could have been after the 4-1 win against Sociedad. We've never really backed ourselves up in games before, mate. But I think all fears were put to bed quite quickly by our man, Rasmus Højlund, actually putting in a decent finish, mate.
Yeah, I think Bruno referenced it on his post-match last Thursday night that the players never lost faith in Rasmus, that his work off the ball goes unnoticed by spectators and pundits alike. But the lad's head never dropped, and I think his assist last week against Sociedad has given new sense of confidence. That goal was confident goal. It wasn't a tap-in, wasn't a deflection, wasn't a hit and hope. Took the ball himself and scored with aplomb. That shows confidence, something that he hasn't had in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. He was running through there. Like time stood still, Jay. It was like, go on then, please let this be the moment. And bang, in we went. Rasmus Højlund got his goal. It's his best rating that he's had all season. Oh, well, not all season. This year, I would say, anyway. He got a 7.2. He won 2 of his 8 duels. This is usual for him. Wasn't really involved in much in terms of passes. Only 10 of them, Jay. But he got the goal, and that's what gets him his marks in this one. We need our number 9 to score his goals, and today, when we were slightly sort of level to on top, I would say, he got us that goal, which pretty much broke the ice for us. And I think it was smooth sailing from that point, Jay, and that's how important goals can be.
Look, Adam, strikers are judged in one currency only, that's goals. We don't judge centre forward on runs off the ball, holding up the ball, brings the players again. He's judged on goals. Now, I know it's his only 3rd goal of the season, and someone commented on one of my tweets regarding that. We've been saying, when's we're going to see real Rasmus Højlund. We're still waiting for it. But look, that goal tonight, he could go on now and score another 5 or 6 before the end of May. And I think for him then, something to build on for next season.
Well, exactly that, mate. Exactly that. I mean, we were talking, there's a few people in the chat. The only downside was the injury to Aiden Heaven in the game, but we do have an update on that, Jay, and that's come from Andy Mitten. Said in his tweet, just saw Aiden Heaven walk out of the stadium in Leicester, foot in a brace, but walking, which is exceptionally good news. The fact that he's walking on his own. Maybe we will see him again this season. I'm not too sure. We'll obviously have to wait and see what happens there, but that was probably the only bad blip in the game, Jay, because he was playing exceptionally well as well, composed and beyond his years, I feel, right now. What a diamond we've got there in Aiden Heaven, mate.
Yeah, composure beyond his years, certainly. And I'm doing to think, Adam, do we have a hex on our left-hand side? We had Ned Shaw probably 5 years. Martin is gone, and now Aiden Heaven gone. And when a player goes down and is on the ground for that long, you almost think of the worst. But he's leaving the ground in a boot on crutches. That's a positive. But we're not going to know until scans are done how long it's going to be out for. So we give our best wishes to him and his family, because for any family of young players, see him go down, you always think the worst. So best wishes to Aiden Heaven and his family.
Yeah, he did actually get a 7.6 rating. His passing accuracy 90%. 6 out of 8 of his duels, 75%, 1 passing, 40 passing. He had a really good game. He is just beyond his years. And yeah, that is your update, everybody, on Heaven. From around the ground, the journalists are saying that Heaven was walking on his own in a boot, and that is probably the best thing that we can take from it. In terms of our man again, though, Jay, it was the Bruno Fernandes show. Yet again, turning up for Manchester United when we needed him. 2 assists, 1 goal. Bruno is going to steal the show when it comes to marks out of 10. Just to go through his numbers again. 6 key passes, 2 shots, 1 on target, 1 goal, 2 assists, 7 out of 10 duels won 70%, 6 tackles included in that, 9.9 out of 10 on stats alone for Bruno Fernandes, mate. And there's more to add to that as well, isn't there, with him? Honestly, this is probably some of the best that we've seen of Bruno Fernandes. That's 30 goal involvements for the season, Jay. That's 16 goals and 14 assists. That is phenomenal in a poor season like this. There's nothing else. I don't think anyone else that can compare to him for what he's dealing with right now and the numbers he's putting up, mate.
Look, Bruno was our talisman when he came on board on the Solskjaer during lockdown season, and he's returned back to that talisman mode. I think he's finally found discipline that you and I have been asking for him to play with, playing in that more deep-lying role. Possibly suits him a little bit better because no longer does he have to bear the brunt of the team on his shoulders and try and make things happen every time he has the ball. I think with Bruno, and we've always said it, it's just frustration that he's brought that he tries to push it too far. But now he's playing it in a more deeper role. He scanned the pitch better, and then when it's necessary to step up, he's doing it. And you said there is a 31 goal involvements in 44 games. That's phenomenal numbers, and 7 games unbeaten. And that's down to Bruno finally hitting form, and secondly, finally sitting in and playing like a captain and not playing for himself. That's the biggest thing I'll take from that tonight.
Yeah, 100% agree on that one, mate. He is leading the team at the moment. That's something that a lot of people have picked up on Bruno Fernandes and his game as well. Another player that needed a performance today. A bit disappointed he couldn't stay on side for his first goal, Jay, that was disallowed. But a 7.5 out of 10 for Garnacho. Would you agree with that, Mark? He took his goal well. He didn't let his head drop after that first goal being taken away from him. And that's exactly what we need. I'm seeing attitude change in a few of these players where they are still showing frustrating traits. He is hitting the target today. 3 shots, 3 on target. 1 goal disallowed, 1 goal scored. Not bad for Garnacho. Slowly coming back to the type of play that we really need for Ruben Amorim and this running right now.
Yeah, I was very worried about Garnacho when he came off against Sociedad in Bilbao a few weeks ago. Very concerned. And now I think there's been a sea change in his attitude. He now is finally looking up and finding his teammates. He did it. He got the lovely assist during the week at Old Trafford. Again tonight, unlucky to be offside. So Garnacho, if this is the new Garnacho, I'm there for it.
Well, that's it, mate. It's just effort, isn't it? It's application. That's all it's been. Application. You could go into Dallo the same way on this one. Again, not a great performance, but showed a little moment in that game. And he came up trumps for us with a nice bit of skill. Laid the ball off to Bruno Fernandes. And that's your wrap. Game over. Bruno tucks it away. No drama in the last few minutes. Another steady 7.5 out of 10 for Dallo, according to his stats there today. And good passing numbers and duels won, like 6 out of 7 duels won, 86% of them, Jay. So, again, Dallo is putting up them numbers, bud.
Yeah, look, we both have been very critical of Dallo, and rightly so, under Amorim. See another player that has finally seen the light and has a personal tipping point. Like you've referenced on many shows, I've seen on the live chat, people references his lack of crossing, his lack of vision, his inability to put a cross in the box. But as you said tonight, no fuss, early cross in the box, finds Bruno, bang, goal. So if he can do that once every game, just put in, okay, he's not going to get assists every game, we know that. But if he can put in one clear, clinical set across per game, creating to a goal opportunity, that's his job.
Yeah, but that's it. That's it. And be solid at the back. And that's all we've asked for. It's like some of the chat here is coming in. Love a 3-0 win without playing particularly well. Bruno being more mature with the ball lately and getting results instead of always trying the Hollywood pass. Progression and going well. Modern Samurai says, don't want to shit about Bruno again. Don't want to hear shit about Bruno again. He's bailed us out game after game after game. Happy St. Paddy's Day to all you tomorrow, says Peter. And yeah, I mean, when you look at these general comments in here, Captain Marvel, absolutely awesome. Bruno Fernandes was always going to be a drop back as he got older. In terms of Bruno, he will be like a Pirlo or Scholes in his next mid to late 30s. And this is the general, I think we've figured out where Bruno fits in, mate. That late darting run into the box, a la Paul Scholes-esque, is where Bruno is thriving right now. And I think he's getting his foot on the ball and liking it a lot more.
Yeah, because I think on the previous managers, Bruno, as I referenced, took all the way with the team on his shoulders. Was he was leading the team high up the pitch, trying to do everything. And we said 3 years ago, that United doesn't press because Bruno operates the press all by himself, running down blind alleys, game after game after game. Of course, most kilometers, but it's empty kilometers he was running. Now he's sitting back. It's a more reserved role. And if he can be half the player of Scholes or Bruno, or Pirlo, later in his career, well, then we're all there for it. But I do firmly believe him sitting beside the likes of Orgade and latterly Casemiro, that they are literally putting him back more, and they are exhibiting their leadership skills, and they're manifested in Bruno also. Whereas prior to that, I don't think Bruno had another leader with him on the pitch.
No. Talking about leaders, mate, it's our man again. Matthijs de Ligt, just a monster. Absolute monster on the pitch again. The blocks, the winning of the ball. His aggressive style of play is infectious for me. I absolutely love it. And I think we have got a leader at the back. I think we've got a leader in midfield now. And if we can get things sorted further up the pitch as well, I think United's spine there has got that sort of that leadership quality about it, that you can bring in young players like we've seen today, Jay, because we've seen another 3 academy players on the pitch there today. It's starting to get encouraging now, and you can actually start to see something being moulded, can't you, with the players that we've got in this team?
Yeah, you see the likes of Harry Mass, who you and I have been calling out for a debut for months on end, fine to make his debut tonight. Obi coming on late in the game. Your reference there, de Ligt. He gave me Ivan Drago drive from Rocky 4. So I think we can rename him Mateus Drago, because he's just a massive physical presence in the back 3. And you think you said in your watch, I caught you for a few minutes in the car about our old mucker Victor Lindelof getting bodied by Onana and Vardy early on, and then de Ligt just saw, okay, I can't let Victor get taken on by Vardy. And each and every time Vardy made his run, de Ligt closed him down. And I think Vardy, last 20 minutes, he knew, shit, I've got nothing here against de Ligt. I think his runs were minimized. So de Ligt, again, he does the simple things consistently over and over again, and he's the unsung hero of that team for me.
Yeah, honestly, I think his consistency in performance has been unmatched throughout the season. He's been available nearly every single game for us. The injury sort of record that he was carrying alongside his name has been completely put to bed. I don't think he's been caught too much for pace in the Premier League. I can't think of a time when he's been embarrassed, Jay. I really can't. And I think he is the second captain in this team. He's an absolute beast of a man. And I was just mentioning and reckoning up there, you talked about Lindelof there actually being pushed off the ball. And then de Ligt went over to Vardy. There was a moment in that game. I said it in the in my video where I was looking at Vardy's legs compared to de Ligt's legs, and it was just like, whoa. Like, honestly, I felt like he was just going to break him in half if he went into a tackle with him. He's built like a tank. He's an absolute monster, mate. I absolutely love de Ligt. I think he's perfect for this team right now. He really is. And hopefully he stays fit, because that's the only concern right now, Jay, really, in anything. And when you look at it, Ruben Amorim, when talking about the international breaks, this is what he's just had to say in terms of players and what's actually going to happen. We will split the squad. Some players like Mason Mount need to work on their fitness. We need to help some players like Harry Maguire and Kobbie Mainoo to have to be ready for the stretch. Some will rest. And there will be different tasks to be ready for the final 2 months of the season. Going in fully there on basically what's necessary and what's needed going into the final stages of the season there. Just want to say quickly, thank you, London, for the gifted memberships. Kane, Dennis, Camithius, Brandon, and Simon, welcome to the Members Club, everybody. I love that. Thank you, London. Keep your comments coming in on your players of the match as well, everybody, please. Let's just see what else we've got. Peter, I'll check that message out a bit later on, mate. Thank you for that. It looks like he dislocated his ankle and it snapped back in. I've done it myself. The army give me 3 days off. in terms of Aiden Heaven, that is like brutal. I guarantee you it won't be the same protocol for Aiden Heaven anyway. But I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know you could possibly do that, to be honest. But on that there international break, Jay, do you feel like it's come at the right time or the wrong time for United? It's kind of a double-edged sword in a way, that, isn't it? Because you look at what in momentum, but then there's a lot of plays that we could probably do, like Ruben said there, we're giving a bit of rest and recovery to.
Yeah, spot on. It is a double-edged sword. We have momentum now, unbeaten in 7, and I'd rather we were playing again next Thursday night. I genuinely do, mate. I'd like if we had Lee next Thursday night away.
Yeah.
Get the 1-0 against them, and then have the break. But then the flip side, then we've Ahmed to come back. There's report that he might be able to come back for the season. Mason Mount could come in and deputise for Ericsson, and obviously Aiden Heaven as well. The next 2 weeks, him off, resting an ankle, he may be able to come back. So it is a double sword. Personally, I'd rather another game and keep momentum. That's just me.
And on top of that, mate, Lenny Yoro, Harry Maguire, Kobbie Mainoo. There is a lot of first team squad there to bring back in this rested period right now. In a way, I'm looking at this and I'm going, actually, do you know what? Where I get what you're saying with the momentum, I'm actually looking at this and going, do you know what? This might actually play into our hands a little bit this time, because we need that rest for certain players. And if Mason Mount can get back on his fitness, it's 2 weeks less of Ahmad. And I just think it works for us, Jay. I really do. But, I mean, when you look at, let's just, for instance, I'm just going to get up Man United's fixtures now. And let's just have a look at when we come back, what we're looking at. So, when we do come back after the Leicester game, it's Nottingham Forest away, 8 o'clock on a Monday night football. So we've got an added couple of days off as well, Jay. Then the following week, it's Manchester City at home. And then it's Lyon, sandwiched in between Newcastle away. And then Lyon again when we come back from Newcastle at home. And then we have what you would say is a more relatively easier stretch of games, but nothing's ever easy with United. We play Wolves at home, Bournemouth away, Brentford away, West Ham at home. Oh my God. That coming back though, Forest, City, Lyon, Newcastle, Lyon. That is a stretch. Them 5 games there are season defining, I think, for us, Jay.
Yeah, looking at that schedule, the easiest game is Lyon.
I know.
That's the easiest game to get into the semi-final of Europa League. Forest chasing Champions League place. Man City speaks for itself. Newcastle just won the Carabao Cup. Almost a bit of needle when we play Newcastle. That's just 5. You've got 5 cup finals there. Literally, mate, 5 cup finals in a row there.
100% it is, Jay, because like we said there, we never do well at Newcastle. It's always a tough game there. Bournemouth, we've got them away coming up after all that as well. City at home could go either way. Obviously, I think that will be a massive confidence boost. What I'm hoping for there is really when you look at that, you go back, you come into Nottingham Forest. You never know. Everyone's back off international break. We may catch Forest cold. I'm looking at them games, and what I am looking at is not favourites for Forest, not favourites for City. They may actually play into our hands, but can you imagine beating Manchester City and then going into that Europa League game to Lyon. That would be absolutely huge in terms of confidence boosting. And yeah, I mean, you look at the last few games, Jay, that we've actually been rock solid in the last few games. From the Spurs defeat, which was pretty crap, to be honest. It was a crap game. We drew with Everton. We beat Ipswich Town with 10 men, pretty much. Unlucky with penalties with Fulham. Should have won that. Drew with Sociedad. Drew with Arsenal. Smashed Sociedad and smashed Leicester today. There has been a lot of... there's been a lot of, I feel, rousing sort of performances from the players. And it was just nice to actually back up that from last weekend with Arsenal, the Sociedad game, and then finish with a decent win in the league. Our 10th win of the season, taking us back up to 13th, Jay. It just feels like we could be coming back in a miles better place with a few more players available for some massive games.
Adam, there's no question we're coming back in a much better place. Like, look at how far down in the doldrums you were in the last international break.
Oh.
Like, how many of us are wishing we just was sim the season? Yeah, so now there's been a sea change, I think, in players' attitudes. The fans, you've heard the chance. The fans are firmly behind Amarin at Old Trafford, the match-going fans. What happens online, I pretty much don't care. The match-going fans on the ground are behind Amarin, and that's pretty much all that matters to me, mate. We probably might take a point away to Forest or lose, but I'd be confident of us actually beating City at Old Trafford. I think the momentum is with us now. And City at Old Trafford, I think we'll do them. Then we got Lyon away. That's probably a draw. Lyon at home, man. I think we've got a semi-final Europa League now written all over us, based on the fans at the ground. I think there's been a sea change in the fans' attitude now as there was already a month ago. You go to matches, Adam. You can hear it yourself. You've told me there is a change in the match-going fans now that was not there a month ago.
Oh, 100% there is, Jay. 100% there is. And hopefully we can continue it going forward. Okay, everyone, I'm going to wrap things up there. We've pretty much covered everything we need to. It's quite straightforward when you win football games, isn't it? But I am going to continue this conversation over on Big Up now as well. So we are going to drop that link into the live comment section right there, right now for everyone to see. So please do come and join us over on Big Up. We're going to do a call-in show there, get your thoughts on everything that's happened today at Leicester and pretty much over the last week, really. So, yep, let's just do it now. I'm just going to drop it in there. Guess has already done that there, so there it is pinned in the top of the chat. All that's left for me to say is, Jay, you absolute legend again. Thank you for coming on late, my friend. I know you are probably going to go and get some rest now and be ready for this bonanza of an international break, mate.
International football, yeah. I'm not a fan, considering my own national team are not the greatest. But tomorrow being St. Patrick's Day, it'd be very remiss of me if I didn't shout out the Irish viewers. So Bannock Tina Feda Paul Gert, August Erin Gabra, because I know we got a lot of Irish fans watching. So tomorrow, it's our national day. So I got to shout them out, Alan, if you indulge me.
There you go, everybody. Jay has said it as it is. Enjoy your day tomorrow, everybody, for St. Paddy's Day. Enjoy your week, welcoming, relaxing 2 weeks off, knowing that United have actually done a little bit for a change. But from us here on For Every Night TV here on YouTube today, we are spinning across right to Big Up now, and we will continue everything over there. And I will see you there in just a few moments' time. Cheers for watching, everybody. Give the video a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you for all of your participation. There's been a ton of content today, and a lot of you have been through every single show. You are immense. You are awesome. And I'll see you all in the morning on FUTV as well. For those of you who want to continue this conversation, we're over on Big Up now. Late night show, late calling show. We're going to get that kick-started in just a moment's time. But thank you, everybody. Have an absolute ball.